We.
All right, and hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast, where this week we were talking about the final episode of Ultraman Orb.
And the best part that I was right from the beginning.
Josh was closer to right than not right.
Oh.
Anyway, I am Nick.
And
With me
since
are
I
Alex
round
and
up,
Josh.
I'm right. Hello, Alex. I'm right.
Hi, I'm Josh. I was right.
So yeah, this week we are talking about The Wandering Sun, which was written by
Stick my tongue up your nose and
Takao
your eye.
Nakano. Awful. Yeah, so we're talking about this episode written by Takao Nakano, who wrote the first.
You're doing so much better than I would do.
So he wrote the first episode of the series, which was called The Sunset Wanderer, and now we're getting The Wandering Sun. He also
Coming
wrote
full circle.
Yep, he also wrote The Forbidden Forest and The Imposter Blues. We're also getting and he wrote debatably the worst episode of Ultraman arc, The Dream Bird.
Oh God!
I know it's a real up and down on this guy.
You really put me on a roller coaster there.
He did so many good things, and then he also did that.
It's like a director that we know of on a different show that we review.
Yep.
Except for he has a lot more downs recently. Won't say any names.
I will. It's a Davies.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And you know what the thing is? One of my favorite British people is Alan Davies. No relation.
I will say, Alex, you're gonna look forward to this because he also wrote the Orb movie.
But did he write it like the Dream Bird?
It's not the Dream Bird. It's a lot more fun than the Dream Bird.
Okay.
This was also directed by.
I'm immediately just like in my hackles, like, don't you fuck with Orb.
Yep. This was also directed by Kiyotaka Taguchi, who directed the Sunset Wanderer. So first three episodes. Trouble Mama's Here. So the episode where we introduce Naomi's mom. The episode where Orb becomes Thunderbruster for the first time. Last episode in this episode.
Thunderbruster.
He also directed many episodes of Blazar. And he directed the Ultraman Orb movie, so it's going to feel very similar to this episode in terms of direction, at least. Not the same, but, like, it's going to be quality. You're going to enjoy it. Anyway, this episode starts with a little recap to the last episode. Shocker. And a reminder that that Shin and Jeddah are probably going to die.
I was so close to being happy.
Dude, that scene with Uncle showing up is fucking amazing.
Oh,
Okay,
God, this
yeah.
is the best scene.
Yep.
Second best. First one was me confirming I was right.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, we get like, 1 second, so we get like a bunch of scenes of like the various bad situations our cast are in. Guy is in a bunch of rubble trying to like crawl his way back up, like struggling to get back up. Doesn't know where Naomi is because Juggler has her. Shin and Jeddah are trapped inside of a car.
Yeah, but Juggler like gives it up for free. Like,
Yeah.
the suspense is ruined immediately. I'm like, come on, that's the one bit about this episode. I'm like, nah, you could have done better.
That's fair. But
we all knew he was going to take care of his great granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. So they also Shin and Jeddah are probably going to die because of either a fire or a gas leak, which Shin seems cool with, and Jeddah's freaking out. Uncle's looking for Naomi as a bunch of VTOLs fly by to shoot Magata no
It is what
Orochi.
it is. You know.
Yeah, he already knew where his family was underneath the monster.
Yes. And the
He's like, I
monster.
finally got rid of that bitch for ex-wife.
Yep. The monster. Jesus. And the monster is continuing its destruction. Cut to Guy is wandering the debris field, which it is a fucking debris field, and he finds the Russian nesting doll just sitting there.
Yeah, it was a very sweet little moment when he opens it up and sees
a fucking
big old wiener snake.
Yep. Because Juggler's just there to fuck with him now. And by now, I mean for the last 25 episodes. I love that he turns it into a Jack in the Box. Like, nope, go fuck yourself. I know this is important to you, so go fuck yourself.
It's the most Joker thing possible.
Mm-hmm. And then
I'm only healed by your pain.
Yep. And then Jeddah makes a video diary telling people to live life to the fullest. He's trying to live his last moments as an influencer.
And then he dies.
Yep.
I will say that this last final goodbye made me less sad.
That's fair. And then Shin realizes that the Pacific Records are talking about what's happening right now. And that that this is all prophesized, so, you know, you can just read ahead and figure out what happens. Shocker. When you know this is the prophecy of what's happening right now, if you flip ahead, you can figure out how it ends. And we find out that someone who reaches for the sun will become a gate to stop the demon. I wonder what's going to happen in this episode.
Right.
And then Naomi's sitting there and wakes up to Juggler being a fucking weird ass dude like he always is. Just sitting there with like a fucking empty cup, swinging his sword around like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm Jack Sparrow in this bitch now.
He's just straight up drinking Starbucks.
Yep.
Like, love my Starbies.
Just standing there shit talking guy.
I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Fucking guy, so cool with his fucking duster. I had that duster first. That was my duster. I gave that thing.
I used to wear a duster too. He used to wear
dick.
all white.
That totally sounds like Juggler, though.
Anything petty sounds like Juggler if you think about it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was a fan of Dune. Always wearing Dune shit.
Yep. You guys remember the time he just had a hissy fit about never winning, right?
Yeah, okay. Things are in perspective again. Go ahead.
Yep.
Oh god, she's awake.
Yeah, so
then
then
iconic.
Shin has decided he's gonna post the rest of the.
Turn it off.
Shin's gonna post the rest of the Pacific Records to their website, and we get a bunch of cut. We get a cut to like Uncle running around the city, and then Guy and Juggler meet up with Juggler holding Naomi at sword point as Magata no Orochi is destroying the city in the background with his various energy attacks.
Yeah, I mean, we get kind of a showcase of his powers at that point.
Yeah, but in like a weird way, like we're getting all this in the background and it's really interesting, but all the important action is happening in the foreground where it's just a conversation between them.
Yep, it's very...
It's wonderful.
It has a great contrast.
Mm-hmm. I love this, like it's almost like a Blade Runner-esque scene where Juggler just kind of
yeah.
lays out like all these important things they've seen, like the diamond-shaped explosions of stars going nova, and the golden auroras that float in the cosmos, and how everything that they've seen will eventually be forgotten in time, and it won't really
The
matter.
time we've had to cuddle on the frozen planet to survive.
Juggler's
Did it
not
mean
very.
nothing to you, guy?
Juggler's not very much in the present.
No, like everything,
Yeah.
the entirety of this show has been, I am not over the fact that I wasn't chosen and you were. I believe, like, his entire mindset is, I am certain I am the better of the two of us. Why were you picked instead of me? Why is it that the voice of light chose you and not me when I was this great warrior and you were second to me? Why wasn't I good enough? And
And
after all these
that brings
things
up
that we've go for it.
that brings up a question I have, maybe for you here. Doesn't it seem like, especially after like, maybe I should hold it until we get there,
Mhm.
because it's later. It's toward the end, but that kind of gives me like, I'm not sure that being the guardian of light or what, or the being of light is really the more powerful of the two for certain reasons. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, again, I think it also comes down to,
Is this an
again, like
Anakin Skywalker reference here?
Juggler's kind of a petty person. Like, it's not necessarily like, oh, the more powerful force picked you. It's, no, I should have been picked because I'm the more powerful person.
Mm.
Like, I am certain I'm better than you. Why wasn't I picked? Why wasn't I the first pick in dodgeball? Why were you?
Yeah, I can see why Juggler feels that way, but I feel like he kind of might have the more powerful power up.
There's
I
an
mean,
argument for
specifically, like,
that.
okay, like, spoiler alert for
Yep,
the
yep.
episode we're on, but when we get the team up, we get Ultraman having his color timer going off, and there's no known restriction to the limit of Juggler's powers.
Mhm.
Like, Juggler made out like a fucking bandit, man. He might be more powerful than Ultraman.
Again, there's
Like,
an argument.
we've seen Juggler in this form best Ultraman. Like, Juggler, like, you fucking won. Like, just let yourself admit to your, like, I feel like his whole problem is like,
Self-doubt?
what, yeah, it's like, it's what most of us deal with. Like, you're not allowing yourself to tell yourself that you did well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I mean, he's got better armor, better powers. He looks cool as shit. He's got a snazzy suit.
mhm.
He's
Got a better
got a
sword.
grandchild.
But you also have
Guy
to
doesn't
remember,
have
like,
family.
in a lot of ways, like, okay, so we've seen the flashback to when they were, like, right when Guy was chosen. They were not that different in appearance. Like, obviously, Guy was wearing white and he was wearing black, but they were wearing a lot of the
Anakin
same
Skywalker
stuff.
reference.
And
No,
I
you watched episode 2 of Westworld. Come on.
and I feel
They
like,
weren't that different in episode 2. Just one
yeah,
was wearing white, one was black. And then we watched the whole journey.
yeah. But I think that that's kind of what it's playing off of, is like a lot of by this point, a lot of what we see from yes, a lot of what we see from Juggler is insanely um insecure in himself. Like,
Oh yeah, like that is, I think, very much, you're right.
mhm.
That's a part of his character.
Oh yeah,
But I think it just is clearly demonstrated, like, you don't need Guy or Ultraman. You've gained a power set that, even if it wasn't better than Ultraman, because I'm not sure that it is, it just seems to be that way.
mhm.
Like, you could go and do your own thing. You're,
Maybe he just wants his friend
as you well
to
know,
recognize him.
I recognize Juggler.
And again, I think that's what it is. Is like, it's the fact that all those years ago, he wasn't chosen. Like, he truly believed he was the chosen one. And then when he showed up, it was his best friend. It wasn't him. Like, I think in that moment, like when they both showed up, I don't think either one of them thought Guy was going to be the chosen one. I think they both thought Juggler was going to be the chosen one. And they were both surprised when it was Guy instead.
Yeah, could have been.
And he's had to like hold that inside of him for all those years that we both thought I was the chosen one and it was you. Like that's a huge part of his character is I was supposed to be the chosen one. Why wasn't I? I was the greatest warrior. Why did you get picked, not me? But again, that's also like again, that's just Juggler's character as a whole. Like everything he does after that is just petty because he can't get over it. And they gradually like divide because of he can't get over that
Yeah.
that he wasn't the one.
You let someone else rule your entire life, man.
All right, not only that, he spent centuries letting.
Yeah, your life is longer than the average asshole's life.
Yep. But
You
like, I also
poor,
love.
poor bastard.
Yep. I also love this episode sets up like Juggler is not a like obviously he's a petty person, but he's still deep down a good person. Like those traits that made him want to be the chosen one, like he does still have a certain level of nobility within him. He does have this certain level of wanting to do the right thing. He's just let all the shit build up on top of it.
This. I don't know how much forgiveness we want to give this guy.
I mean,
All
he's
of it.
fun as fuck, so we're
Look
gonna
at
forgive
him.
everything.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Tell me right now you wouldn't forgive him. Look at it.
Yeah, look at the way he's sweating. Look at how sweaty he is. Tell me you wouldn't forget that sweaty ass face.
Yeah. Look at him smile at you. That's a trustworthy smile.
Love,
Just
like,
wants love.
I love that we actually get to see that moment where, like, the VTOL crashes, and we get the flashback to it was Juggler who saved Natasha, just like it's Juggler who saves Naomi now. Like, he didn't have to save her, but in that moment, his instinct was, I'm going to save this person.
It means nothing.
Yeah, he's still an officer.
Nothing.
She lied there.
It means nothing.
As she lied there on death's door after being saved.
Oh, please don't do this.
He looks at her. She looks at him, dead in the windows of his soul. Smiles, and he's like, all right, I know what I must do. And gives her the most bestest life energy given she's ever had.
Oh, why did I forget
which
that?
led to her eventually having a child, which had a child, which had a child, which had a child, which was Naomi.
That's not even. It's not even the right number.
It's close. He's not as far off as he could be.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we get the flashback.
Gradient. What are you talking about?
Juggler is Naomi's greatest grandfather.
So yeah, we get the reveal that Juggler saved Natasha's life.
And we get to the best part where I'm right.
You got no evidence.
He's not as wrong as he could be. He's more right.
Again, infinite gradients.
Hey, I round up, bitches. That means I'm right.
The pizza is closer to all the pizza than none of the pizza.
What?
He gets it.
Sorry, that's a thing that no one will understand, but it's something I said so much today.
What?
Fractions.
Sure.
But yeah, so then
like
Guy punches Juggler and immediately hugs him.
That was a good punch.
Yep, and then
Good for making me think she was dead. Now I love you.
He's like, all right, well, We're still best
You
friends.
deserve
Watch my
all
girlfriend.
of this.
Watch my super inappropriately younger girlfriend. She's 21. I'm thousands of years old. Please watch my girlfriend for me.
They're clearly not boyfriend and girlfriend. You stop it.
She wants it so bad, though. She wants to date him so much.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to date their great-great-great-great-grandfather?
I mean, I'm talking about Guy this time, but sure.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Shin and Jeddah are dying in the debris in their car. And they talk about the Nobel Prize, and then they see an angel.
The greatest angel ever.
Alex, you have to admit the angel was pretty good, right?
Oh, it was the
Was it an angel or was it a Greek god coming down to save him?
Yeah.
It was the only thing worth seeing at that point. Like I could have turned the episode off at that point, and like had you shown me that before any other episodes, there would be no need to watch the entire series. That was it. That was peak.
Yep. So yeah,
Angel Uncle is peak.
Yep.
Put that shit on a shirt.
Yep. So then Uncle goes through the debris to save them.
I wanted them to lean into this bit where like he crawls into the cabin and he's wearing like prosthetic wings or something.
Mhm.
He's like in a toga.
Would have been good. Then we get. I'm not even gonna say arguably. I'm gonna say this is the best transformation sequence we've gotten for Orb.
It's best transformation
Yeah,
sequence
why
we
did they
got in,
wait for
like
this?
anything
Like this is
so
so
far.
good.
This was great. What the hell?
Yep. As he literally flies out of the transformation sequence. It's so good. This is like
This is
peak
where the budget
transformation.
went.
Yep.
It was absolutely. I literally I was watching this and went, oh yeah, that's the budget right there.
Yep. But so he transforms into Spacium Zapirian, and it does nothing.
Nah,
Because
it's able to block his stuff.
It is like props to this form. That little buckler, energy buckler thing he does works way better than it should. Like that's honestly a pretty fucking good one, all things considered. And they figure out that Magata no Orochi is
Incomplete.
yeah, it's siphoning energy or what have you. So they can.
Incomplete.
Yep. It's like so.
Oh no, but the memory still remains.
Thankfully,
get
they
that
don't
reference.
tell Guy
back
that
there.
he's like Cell, so he doesn't let him become complete.
Yeah, there's no Goku in this one.
Yep. We're not going to get Zero until the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, then we
Spoiler!
get Burn Might. To be fair,
Why
we
not? The
see
transformation
we
of
see
Bird Mite
Zero
was
all the
good.
fucking time in this show. We see Zero all the time. We see that transformation sequence like 8 or 9 times in this show at least. Hurricane Slash is in this often.
Point.
Yep. Yeah, then we get Burn Might. And Naomi's watching, and Juggler's like emoing the fuck out. It's like, why do I even exist? Why the fuck am I here? What did I do? And
Well,
Naomi's like,
You're my own grandpa.
get
I was
over
supposed
yourself.
to be an edgelord, and now I'm a good person.
Oh yeah, no. This is Juggler at his edge lordiest. Oh, I shouldn't say that. That's definitely not true. Episode 23 was. That's part of the fucking episode description.
Yeah. That and when he went into the hospital.
That was also a good edge lord episode. But yeah, so Naomi gives him a pep talk to get him to stand up, and Guy transforms into Origin. And Naomi's pep talk is not that great, but it works because they use specifics. And Guy transforms into Orb Origin and tries using his strongest form to fight, and then Juggler shows up and cuts a building in half, which is dope as fuck looking.
He's like, I might be good, but I'm still gonna murder people.
I might be good now, but like I'm still cool as fuck. Now I'm not gonna look at you as I help you stand up. And we're gonna use swords together instead of against each other.
But we all know steel beams in that building can't be cut like that.
Yeah, you need to use jet fuel. Oh, Alex.
Fucking, I quit the show.
So yeah, then we get
I was either gonna get to it first or hate it.
Yep. So then they do all these team up attacks, which is cool. Which, like, let's be real, them using these team up attacks, they've 100% done some of these moves together before.
Oh yeah, they've
Like, I
definitely did
want
some of
them to
these
be, like,
unnecessary flips together as well.
Oh yeah.
okay, but guys, come on. This is why I think Dragon Ball Z really speaks to me as much as it does. Is like I love the rivalry aspect, but I love it when Vegeta and Goku actually team up and do things together. Like much more than like your Naruto Sasuke's. You know, I really enjoyed all of the episodes where we had the buddy cop
Why are you talking
in
about those
Ultraman.
two whiny little bitches?
Fuck you, Naruto fans. Fuck you.
He's so mad.
Yep.
Because he's a Naruto fan.
What?
Hmm?
Now, what'd you say?
Oh, I don't know. What did you hear?
What the fuck you say to me, you Boruto listening, watching life?
Yep.
He's just personally incensed. Don't mind the Naruto fan amongst us.
Oh, also, you want to hear something that's
Yu Yu
gonna
Hakusho is better.
valid. Also,
The Yu Yu Hakusho.
What?
Alex, you want to hear something that'll make you happy?
Yes, please. I
Guess
like Hakusho.
guess who Ultraman Zero, Ultraman Goku's dad is played by?
Is that who
Ultraman-
Abbott is playing?
Yeah. Ultra 7 is Ultraman Zero's dad.
Let's fucking go.
Yep.
Crucible.
They weren't gonna go to that recording studio and not get the whole Funimation crew.
There's it's a solid cast. There's a few other people that are like good. They're not like, I don't 100% know if you know them specifically, but there's like a good cast going into the Zero movies. Like there's going to be
very
a lot of
excited.
solid people in it. I'm really looking forward to the re-release. Like I already own the subbed Blu-rays. I'm going to buy the dubbed Blu-rays.
Hell yes, man.
Yeah, then we get Uncle calling in saying like, "Hey, I'm in charge now. Let's get these VTOLs going."
Wait a
And-
minute.
Yeah,
Is Uncle a big shot?
wait, is this dude that we've just been hanging out with? Is he actually important?
Wait.
No, I
a
fully
second.
believe he went into headquarters and just like killed everybody and just like automatically moved up to the top.
Yeah.
His like the monster did it.
There's a non-0%
No,
chance. There's a non-0% chance of that. Uncle is hardcore as fuck. We've seen it before.
Yeah, he sent the rest of his clones out.
Mhm.
Everybody, he is the defense force now.
Yep. And then we get some cool flips as they go in to try to hit the one spot that isn't fully formed, and we get a
The most
dope ass
Power Ranger
punch where
flip.
Guy punches with light and Juggler punches with darkness, and they punch the same spot in a combo punch at the same time.
Combo.
At the same time.
Alex, you had to have loved that moment where they both punch using their respective energies. It's pretty
Of
fucking
course,
dope, right? It's real good.
Of course, I loved it. Yes,
It's so
like,
good.
I've been waiting for this all season.
Yep, it's so good. I love it.
Like I love, like that's the whole thing. Like this whole season, it's been the will they, won't they, between Guy and Juggler. Like, of course they're gonna team up, and we're gonna get the mega cool team up.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, no. I wish they would use Juggler for more than they do. Like Juggler gets a return at one point, but like not as much as Orb. Like Orb is in a lot of crossover things. Juggler, you see like
Yeah.
we'll see like 2 more times. Yeah. So then Juggler holds off Magata no Orochi, while Guy uses every fucking card he has to power up for one final attack.
We're going for the team up that we thought we would have gotten in episode 9.
Yep. Every Ultraman's card is used to power up for one last attack.
Which
where
was
they
pretty
all
dope.
Yep, they all use their respective beam attacks, and Guy for the first time uses his beam attack in Orb Origin form.
Finally.
Yep.
Did anybody
Stole
else
that
notice
from
that?
Blazar.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else notice that Belial's chin is like 8 chins of a normal Ultraman?
Yeah, no,
Belial's.
Belial has a real big head.
And then we
He's
get
just
our
like he's all
other
head.
Raditz moment here.
I screamed at my screen. I'm like, no, it's not Raditz. It can't be. That's impossible.
Yeah.
Implausible.
That's impossible.
So yeah, we see the sword gleaming in the ground, except it's giant, which is dangerous. Just a giant ass fucking katana in the center of fucking Tokyo. And then
He doesn't even give a look back. Like that's the thing that bothered me.
My friend is dead.
well, all my problems have been solved. Time to fly away. And then Guy flies away, and he and Naomi
Into
have
the sun.
Yep. And he and Naomi have a conversation. I realized that you came from the stars, but like I thought you were hot and I didn't want to say anything.
Just don't
Because then
say anything about
you
this
might not be
horrible
around for
green
me to
screen
touch.
effect behind us.
Yep.
But I love you, Guy.
Yep. She's like, "Are you
But I
leaving?"
love you.
Yeah, I'm leaving. There's trouble in America, but I can't say that. My movie's not going to take place in Hawaii at all.
Across the ocean.
No, that's the Ultraman Orb movie takes place in Hawaii.
Across the ocean.
Yes, the Ultraman Orb movie takes place in Hawaii. The next time we see Guy, he is in Hawaii.
It's not America.
It's in Hawaii.
Across the ocean.
Yeah, we're gonna see him in Hawaii.
I can't say.
We didn't know exactly where we were gonna set this movie, so we're gonna say across the ocean until we figure out it's gonna be in Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's in the Philippines.
I mean, real talk, the Filipinos would have fucking loved it if an Ultraman movie was set there. Although the Malaysians, the Malaysians would have lost their goddamn minds. The Malaysians have a big thing for Ultraman. To the point of where there is a Malaysian Ultraman. His name is Reboot, and he's awesome. And he's super classic looking, and I love his design. And so does Josh. Yeah, so then Guy wanders off into the sunset for the last time as Naomi stands there not quite crying.
I want to hear it one more time.
Yep, and then we get the song as Guy walks into the sunset. And then the SSP show up, including Uncle, as he is their official mascot. And now the SSP's website has 240 million hits because they predicted the apocalypse.
And they streamed themselves crying as they were dying.
Yep.
There was no way they had
Jeddah. Everyone's been flaming Jeddah's last moments.
That would probably happen to Jenna though.
Oh, 100%. People would have like loved Shin's like weird ramblings and would have flamed the shit out of Jeddah. Which at this point, Jeddah's gotten over his problem with that. He would have accepted it.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, guys, I'm cool. I'm cool."
Yep.
No.
Anyway, that was the last episode of Ultraman Orb.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, it's a good episode, right?
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
It was good.
it had some really solid moments. This has been we've been working on this show for months at this point too. We started
Yeah.
this in the summer. It's
It's been a long
December.
run. I mean, if you think about it, it's been about 25 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, give or take. Yeah. So, yeah. By the time
We
this
started this
episode
when I was
comes,
at my old place.
yes, you did. By the time this comes out, it'll be January. So yeah. I'm wondering if we should do should we do a high point, low point of the show, or do we want to wait until we finish off the movie and special?
I like that's a
I say we
special moment.
wait.
Okay, I'd be fine with that. We'll do it at the end of our Ultra Fight Orb episode. Yeah. No, this is a fun episode. Fuck. Dude, again, it hits me in such it's such a nostalgic feeling because I watched this during COVID, when I didn't have anything else to do.
I mean, it's really good.
Hmm.
Huh.
Like,
We've been doing this for 6 months now.
yeah, we have been.
Feels like I've been attached to these characters.
Josh and I have been recording for longer. I think we started recording episodes ahead of time for Blazar in
Mhm.
I think so.
May.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that was
no.
back. That was back before we got onto Ultraman when we were doing just movies.
I mean, we did Blazar too. That's what we did is our let's do something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
No, this
God.
has been a big one. So
I don't like that it's over.
yeah, no, again, it's a tough it's weird feeling and I will say again Orb shows up in a lot of things. He'll show up again in the Jeed movie. He shows up in all the new gen crossover specials, so new gen heroes, the Absolute Conspiracy, the Destined Crossroads. He shows up in the Ultraman Taiga movie, New Generation Climax. But yeah, it's always bittersweet getting to the end of a series and knowing this is the last time you get a full adventure with a character.
Yeah.
Especially when you liked it. Well, again, Guy's such a likable protagonist too, which they kind of had to do considering this was a big anniversary season.
Man.
Yeah, no, it's bittersweet getting to the end of it.
Definitely.
Trying to see what else he's played in.
He's been in a few things. He was a villain in Kamen Rider Deno's movie. And I know he's been in some other stuff. I also know that the fan base likes to kind of make fun of the fact that he has a Kermit voice.
He's Patrick Mahomes?
Okay.
Who has a Kermit voice?
Yeah, Guy's actor kind of has a bit of a Kermit voice if you listen close.
I feel like I would have noticed that over the last 6 months.
If you think about it, play back a few of his lines, every now and then he gets a tiny bit Kermity. It's not
Are you
crazy
saying that
Kermity,
he's
but it's a little.
nasally?
It's
I'm just the Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
it's
Chocolate.
not.
I don't
It's not
think
that.
that guy sounds quite like this. I can't speak Japanese though.
It's
Now-
not
now
that
say,
bad, but
"Yeah?"
there's a little bit of it. There's a little bit of it. I'm not gonna say it's crazy, but if you like listen close, you can kind of see where people come from on that one.
here.
But yeah.
What is this?
What are you looking up? Did you find something fun for him?
Princess D.
Okay.
Is this something else he's been in? I'm
I
just
mean,
trying to look up his filmography.
I mean, he's a working actor. Like, he's in a fair amount of things.
A lot of like love dramas.
I mean, that doesn't really surprise me. Dude's a handsome guy, and that's, again, he's a working actor. Might as well make some money, right? It looks like he's also been in some period pieces, which is kind of cool. But yeah, he's
Ooh, what's this one? The Eternal Zero.
yeah. He was also in an episode of CSI, but Japanese CSI.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
again, we
it
get
always comes back.
Yep.
screwed over by that.
I mean, we could try to find Japanese CSI. I don't know how well it's gonna translate for us, but we could watch it.
I don't know, but I wanted them to be. I wanted them to be on like one of the episodes of Miami.
He just shows up and he speaks only Japanese to them.
I would take it, man.
I mean,
As
I'd
long as they
watch
don't
that.
handle it super shitty racist like.
Yeah. Again, I'd watch it. That'd be cool.
What
I mean,
the
he's been in
fuck is this?
he's been in some like every year since Orb. He's done at least something. Some years it's only I'm gonna show up in this other Ultraman property, but you know, whatever. Good for him. That still worked.
Yeah.
He was in like the only thing he did in 2020, which I mean that's 2020. You know, I get not getting a whole lot of work that year, but he was still in the Ultraman Taiga movie,
Taiga.
which was
Taiga.
debatably the best part of that series. Yeah. Um.
Huh.
Also don't know what this trailer is for, but this looks cool as fuck.
See,
All right, Josh, are you
was
also
he
watching
part of
this?
a movie with a bunch of porn?
I'm not gonna say no,
He-
but I don't think so.
He's in a
Oh, did
movie
I
with a
just
couple porn actresses apparently.
But I mean, cool.
Anyone
I
I
guess.
know?
Mashin Sentai Kiramanga spinoff
Oh,
of
Kira
Yodana.
Major. Yeah, Kira Major. Yeah, that was a Sentai.
You recognize that way too quickly and familiarly.
It's because Kira Major was like raved about. I never really got into it. I had trouble getting into it because it was aimed a little too young. Like I can get into some Sentai, but not a lot because it's always aimed a little too young.
No. We are just not gonna. We're not gonna blow past the fact that we're talking about porn actresses and being aimed too young. What the fuck? What?
Yeah, it's
And-
Sentai. It's Power Rangers,
Yeah.
and they just hired like for context. Scott has also been watching a Sentai where one of the main villains is played by a porn actress. They just do that sometimes.
Okay.
Scott has
Sometimes
been
they gotta
watching
do
one.
other-
We have talked.
Sometimes you just get bored of getting dick down, so you
Yeah.
do something different.
I thought it was more than that. All right, cool. It's like all right.
Yep.
No, you gotta let him. You gotta let him finish.
All right. All right. Well. All right. Anyway, with
Double
that,
entendre.
we will call this the end of our Ultraman Orb series proper. Tune in next time when we talk about the Ultraman Orb movie, Ultraman Orb. Let's see. Lend me the power of bonds. After that, we will watch Ultra Fight Orb, which also has a short called Ultra Fight Orb I'm borrowing the power of parent and child.
This is why anime has long names now. Thanks, Ultraman.
Yes. Anyway,
You
tune in
think
next
it's
time.
Ultraman's fault?
It's not Ultraman's fault. Anyway, tune in next time. Bye-bye.
Why?